Ladies and gentlemen, if you lose your focus, you lose your future. Right now, millions of people are waking up with dreams, but only a few will make those dreams a reality, not because they're smarter, richer, or more talented, but because they know how to protect their attention. In the next few minutes, you'll discover the mindset that separates winners from everyone else. If you truly want to stop procrastinating, silence distractions, and become the most disciplined version of yourself, don't skip a single second, because one idea in this speech could completely change the direction of your life, and every single day you wake up with two choices. You can allow distractions to control your life, or you can take control of your attention and move one step closer to the person you were created to become. Focus is not a gift that only a few lucky people are born with. It is a decision, it is a habit. It is a skill that anyone can build through discipline and consistency. And the world is constantly competing for your attention. Your phone vibrates, social media demands another scroll. Notifications interrupt your thoughts. People tell you what you should do, where you should go, and how you should live. If you are not careful, you can spend an entire day reacting to everything around you while making no progress toward your own dreams. And the truth is that successful people do not have more hours than anyone else. They simply protect their focus. They understand that attention is one of the most valuable resources they possess. Once a minute is gone, it never comes back. Once an opportunity is wasted, it may never return. That is why they refuse to let temporary distractions steal permanent success. And if you want to stay focused every day, begin with a clear purpose. A person who knows exactly where they are going is much harder to distract than someone who has no direction. Ask yourself every morning, what is the most important thing I need to accomplish today? Not 10 things, not 20 things, one priority that truly matters. When your mind has a target, your energy has somewhere to go. And many people fail because they confuse being busy with being productive. They answer emails, check messages, watch videos, and jump from one task to another. At the end of the day, they feel exhausted, but nothing meaningful has been completed. Activity is not always progress. Motion is not always movement. Focus means choosing what matters most and giving it your full attention. And your environment also shapes your ability to concentrate. If your surroundings are filled with distractions, your mind will struggle to stay calm. Create a space where your goals become the center of your attention. Remove unnecessary interruptions. Keep only what helps you grow. Every small improvement in your environment makes it easier to improve your habits. And your mind follows what you feed it. If you spend hours consuming negativity, comparing yourself to others, and filling your thoughts with fear, your focus will weaken. But if you fill your mind with knowledge, gratitude, and positive action, your concentration becomes stronger. Every thought you repeat becomes part of your mindset. Choose carefully what you allow into your mind. And one of the biggest enemies of focus is the desire for instant results. We live in a world where people expect everything immediately. They want success without patience, confidence without practice, and achievement without effort. Real growth does not work that way. Great things are built one day at a time. One focused hour today is more valuable than 100 empty promises about tomorrow. And there will be days when you feel tired, days when motivation disappears, days when nothing seems exciting. Those are the moments that truly define your character. Anyone can work when they feel inspired. Champions continue working even when they do not feel like it. Discipline is stronger than motivation because discipline stays when emotions leave. And remember that your future is created by your daily routines. You cannot expect extraordinary results from ordinary habits. Every decision matters, every hour matters. Every choice either moves you closer to your goals or further away from them. Small actions repeated consistently become powerful over time. And stop waiting for perfect conditions. There will always be noise. There will always be problems. There will always be reasons to delay. If you keep waiting for the perfect moment, you will wait forever. Start where you are, use what you have, do what you can. Progress begins the moment you stop making excuses. And another secret to staying focused is learning to say no. Every yes to something unimportant is a no to something important. You cannot chase every opportunity, attend every event, or please every person. Protect your time, guard your energy. Respect your priorities. The people who accomplish great things understand that saying no is sometimes the most powerful decision they can make. And do not compare your journey with anyone else's. Comparison steals focus because it shifts your attention from your own progress to someone else's path. Every person has different challenges, different timing, and different opportunities. Your responsibility is not to become someone else. Your responsibility is to become the best version of yourself. And failure should never become a reason to quit. Every mistake teaches a lesson. Every setback develops strength. Every obstacle builds resilience. The people who achieve remarkable success are not those who never fail. They are the ones who refuse to stay down. When you stumble, stand up quickly. Learn from the experience and continue moving forward with greater wisdom. And take care of your body because your mind depends on it. A tired body often leads to a distracted mind. Get enough rest, stay active, drink enough water. Eat foods that give you energy instead of slowing you down. Your physical health directly influences your mental performance. When you respect your body, your focus becomes sharper. And gratitude is another powerful tool for concentration. Instead of constantly worrying about what you do not have, appreciate what you already possess. Gratitude reduces stress and brings clarity. It reminds you that every new day is another opportunity to improve, learn, and grow. A grateful mind spends less time complaining and more time creating. And keep your promises to yourself. Every time you say you will do something and fail to follow through, your confidence weakens. But every time you complete a task, no matter how small, you strengthen your self-belief. Confidence is built through action, not words. Trust yourself by becoming someone who follows through. And understand that distractions will never disappear completely. They will always exist. The difference is that focused people train themselves to return their attention to what truly matters. They do not expect perfection. They simply refuse to give up every time their attention wanders. They gently bring themselves back to the task again and again until focus becomes natural. And your dreams deserve your full attention. Your goals deserve your best effort. Your future deserves your discipline. Every focused day becomes another brick in the foundation of the life you want to build. Success is not created in one dramatic moment. It is created through ordinary days filled with extraordinary commitment. And each morning is a fresh opportunity to become stronger than yesterday. Each decision is another chance to choose growth over comfort. Every challenge is another opportunity to develop resilience. The life you want is waiting on the other side of consistent focus, patient effort, and unwavering determination. When you master your attention, you begin to master your life, and when you master your life, nothing can stop you from becoming the person you were always capable of being. The greatest battles you will ever fight are not against other people. They are against your own excuses, your own fears, your own doubts, and the voice inside your mind that keeps whispering, maybe tomorrow. Every day, that voice tries to convince you that you have more time than you really do. It tells you that one more hour of distraction will not matter. One more day of procrastination will not change anything. But those small delays slowly become habits, and habits shape your destiny. If you want a different future, you must learn to win the invisible battles that happen within your own mind. And focus is not about doing everything. It is about doing the right things at the right time with your complete attention. Many people spread their energy across countless directions, hoping that something will eventually work. They start projects they never finish. They chase opportunities they never commit to. They become excited for a few days and then lose interest when the work becomes difficult. Real progress comes from staying committed long after the excitement fades. And think about the strongest tree in a forest. It did not become strong because it grew overnight. It survived storms. It endured seasons of drought. Its roots grew deeper every single year. Your focus works the same way. Every challenge you overcome strengthens your mental roots. Every distraction you resist makes your discipline more powerful. Every difficult day you push through prepares you for greater responsibilities in the future. And do not underestimate the power of small improvements. You do not have to transform your entire life in one day. You only need to become a little better than you were yesterday. Read one more page. Practice one more skill. Spend one less hour wasting time. Make one healthier decision. These small victories may seem insignificant at first, but they compound over time. What feels small today becomes extraordinary after months and years of consistency. And one reason people lose focus is because they become overwhelmed by how far they still have to go. They keep looking at the mountain instead of taking the next step. Every great achievement once seemed impossible from the beginning. Every successful person once stood exactly where you are now, uncertain of the future and unsure of the outcome. They did not succeed because they knew every answer. They succeeded because they kept moving even when they did not. And do not let temporary emotions make permanent decisions for your life. There will be mornings when your mind tells you to quit. There will be evenings when you feel like your efforts are meaningless. Feelings come and go like the weather. They change from one moment to another. Your purpose must remain stronger than your emotions. If you only work when you feel motivated, your progress will always depend on circumstances you cannot control. And every distraction has a hidden cost. It is not just the minutes you lose. It is the opportunities you never create, the skills you never develop, the relationships you never strengthen, and the dreams you slowly abandon. Time wasted today often becomes regret tomorrow. That is why protecting your attention is one of the greatest investments you can ever make. And learn to celebrate discipline more than comfort. Comfort feels good for a moment, but discipline creates a life that feels good for years. Comfort asks you to sleep a little longer. Discipline reminds you why you started. Comfort encourages you to avoid difficult conversations. Discipline teaches you to face them with courage. Comfort keeps you in familiar places. Discipline pushes you toward growth even when growth feels uncomfortable. And you must also understand that not everyone will understand your journey. Some people will question your decisions. Others may laugh at your ambitions. Some will expect you to stay exactly as you are because your growth reminds them of the changes they have avoided. Do not let their opinions become louder than your own vision. Your future should never be controlled by the expectations of people who are not willing to work for your dreams. And the habits you repeat every morning often determine the quality of your entire day. Instead of reaching for distractions the moment you wake up, spend a few quiet moments preparing your mind. Remind yourself of your purpose, review your priorities, begin the day with intention instead of reaction. When you take control of your first hour, you are far more likely to stay in control of the hours that follow. And there is incredible power in finishing what you start. Every unfinished task drains your mental energy. Every broken commitment weakens your confidence. Train yourself to complete what you begin whenever possible. Finishing builds momentum. Momentum creates confidence. Confidence makes it easier to tackle even greater challenges. And never confuse slow progress with failure. Growth is often invisible before it becomes obvious. A seed remains hidden beneath the soil long before anyone sees a tree. During that hidden season, important work is happening beneath the surface. Your efforts may not always receive immediate recognition, but that does not mean they are meaningless. Continue watering your dreams even when nobody applauds your progress, and your mind becomes stronger every time you resist the temptation to quit. Strength is not developed during easy moments. It is built during difficult ones. When you continue despite boredom, despite setbacks, despite uncertainty, you prove to yourself that your commitment is real. That inner confidence cannot be purchased or borrowed. It is earned through consistent action, and choose your influences wisely. The people you spend time with shape the way you think. If you surround yourself with those who constantly complain, make excuses, and avoid responsibility, staying focused becomes much harder. But when you spend time with people who value growth, discipline, and integrity, their mindset begins to influence your own. Your environment extends beyond your physical surroundings. It includes every conversation, every book, every video, and every voice you allow into your life. And remember that perfection is not the goal, progress is. Waiting until everything is perfect often becomes another excuse to delay action. You do not need perfect knowledge to begin. You do not need perfect confidence to take the first step. Confidence grows through action. Clarity comes from experience. Every step forward teaches you something that standing still never could. And protect your evenings just as carefully as your mornings. Reflect on what you accomplished during the day. Notice where distractions pulled your attention away. Learn from your mistakes without condemning yourself for them. Every day provides valuable lessons if you are willing to pay attention. Growth is impossible without honest reflection. And sometimes your greatest breakthrough comes after your greatest struggle. Many people quit because they believe difficulty means they are moving in the wrong direction. Often the opposite is true. Challenges frequently appear just before meaningful progress. If you allow every obstacle to stop you, you will never discover how close you were to success. Stay patient when the road becomes difficult. Stay committed when the results seem slow. And the person you become matters even more than the goals you achieve. Success without character is empty. Let your pursuit of excellence develop qualities like patience, humility, honesty, resilience, and compassion. These qualities will remain with you long after individual achievements come and go. Focus is not only about accomplishing more. It is about becoming someone who consistently chooses what is right over what is easy, and never stop believing that your current circumstances can change. Your past does not define your future. Your mistakes do not determine your destiny. Every sunrise brings another opportunity to make different choices. Every focused effort plants another seed for tomorrow's harvest. Refuse to let yesterday's failures steal today's opportunities. And there is a remarkable strength that develops when you stop seeking constant approval from others. The moment your purpose becomes more important than applause, your focus becomes nearly unstoppable. You no longer waste energy trying to impress people who will never be satisfied. Instead, you invest that energy into becoming better than you were yesterday. And every hour presents a choice. You can move closer to your dreams, or you can drift further away from them. The choice is rarely dramatic. It usually appears in small moments, whether you continue working or stop, whether you learn something new or remain comfortable, whether you keep your promise to yourself or break it once again. Those ordinary moments quietly shape an extraordinary future. And the strongest version of yourself is not waiting somewhere far away. That person is being built through the decisions you make today. Every disciplined action strengthens your foundation. Every focused effort increases your capacity. Every obstacle you overcome becomes evidence that you are capable of more than you once believed. The future is not created by chance. It is created by consistent choices, persistent effort, and the determination to remain focused even when the path ahead is uncertain. And as you continue walking this path, you will begin to notice something remarkable. The things that once distracted you so easily will slowly lose their power. The habits that once seemed impossible to maintain will become part of your daily routine. This transformation does not happen because life suddenly becomes easier. It happens because you become stronger. You develop the ability to choose your future over your feelings. That is where real freedom begins. And your greatest investment is not money, it is your attention. Money lost can often be earned again. Opportunities may return in different forms, but every minute spent without purpose is a minute that can never be recovered. Imagine if every hour of your day became a building block for the life you truly wanted. Imagine what would happen if you treated your time with the same care that successful people protect their greatest treasures. The difference between an average life and an extraordinary one is often found in how ordinary hours are spent. And there will always be someone who seems to be moving faster than you. There will always be another person announcing a bigger achievement or reaching another milestone. Resist the temptation to measure your worth by someone else's timeline. The race you are running is deeply personal. Every lesson you learn, every obstacle you overcome, and every victory you earn is preparing you for a future that belongs to you alone. Stay committed to your own lane. A focused mind does not waste energy looking sideways. And do not fear repetition. Many people search for exciting shortcuts because they believe greatness comes from extraordinary moments. In reality, greatness is often hidden inside ordinary actions repeated with extraordinary consistency. Reading every day may seem boring. Practicing your craft every day may feel repetitive. Waking up early each morning may not seem exciting. But these simple actions create powerful results because they are performed again and again until excellence becomes natural. And the strongest people are not those who never become discouraged. They are the ones who refuse to remain discouraged. They understand that emotions are temporary visitors, not permanent leaders. Some mornings you will wake up filled with energy. Other mornings you may feel uncertain, tired, or frustrated. Do not allow temporary emotions to decide the direction of your life. Let your commitment make that decision instead. And every challenge carries a lesson that comfort can never teach. Difficult conversations teach courage. Disappointments teach patience. Failure teaches wisdom. Delays teach endurance. If life removed every obstacle from your path, it would also remove many of the opportunities that shape your character. Instead of asking why something difficult is happening, begin asking what it is teaching you. That simple shift changes frustration into growth. And one of the most dangerous habits is believing that you will begin tomorrow. Tomorrow has stolen more dreams than failure ever has. Tomorrow sounds safe because it promises another chance. But eventually tomorrow becomes next week, next month, and next year. One day you may look back and realize that the time you thought you had quietly disappeared. The best moment to move forward has always been the present. And do not underestimate the importance of consistency during the quiet seasons of life. There will be periods when nobody notices your effort. Nobody congratulates your discipline. Nobody applauds your progress. Continue anyway. The strongest foundations are built long before anyone sees the finished building. Every unseen hour of preparation strengthens the visible success that comes later. And remember that confidence is earned through evidence. Every promise you keep to yourself becomes proof that you can be trusted. Every challenge you complete becomes another reminder that you are stronger than your fears. Stop waiting to feel confident before taking action. Take action and confidence will gradually follow. The mind believes what your actions repeatedly demonstrate. And protect your dreams from unnecessary negativity. Not everyone deserves access to your vision. Some people speak from fear because they have never experienced the rewards of persistence. Others project their own limitations onto your future. Listen carefully to advice, but never allow someone else's doubt to become your reality. The opinions of others cannot determine your destiny unless you give them permission. And there is tremendous strength in learning how to be alone with your thoughts. In a world filled with endless noise, silence becomes a powerful teacher. Quiet moments allow you to examine your goals, correct your direction, and reconnect with your purpose. A distracted mind constantly seeks entertainment. A focused mind values reflection because it understands that clarity often arrives in stillness. And every successful journey includes moments of uncertainty. There will be times when you question whether your efforts are making any difference. During those moments, remember that progress is not always visible. Just because you cannot immediately see results does not mean your work is without value. The strongest changes often happen beneath the surface before they become visible to the world. And learn to replace complaining with problem solving. Complaints consume energy without producing results. Solutions require effort, creativity, and responsibility. Whenever you encounter a challenge, train yourself to ask, what can I do right now to improve this situation? Even a small positive action is more valuable than endless frustration. Growth begins when responsibility replaces excuses, and the quality of your decisions determines the quality of your future. Every decision, no matter how small, becomes another vote for the person you are becoming. Choosing to read instead of scrolling. Choosing to practice instead of procrastinate. Choosing to forgive instead of holding bitterness. Choosing to work instead of making another excuse. These decisions may seem ordinary, but together they create an extraordinary life, and do not be discouraged by slow seasons. Winter does not mean the tree is dead. It simply means it is preparing for another season of growth. There will be periods when your efforts seem unnoticed and your progress appears invisible. Continue working faithfully. Every season has a purpose, and every season prepares you for what comes next. And never allow one difficult day to convince you that your entire journey has failed. Everyone experiences setbacks, everyone faces disappointment. One mistake does not erase months of discipline. One bad day does not define your character. What matters most is your willingness to begin again the next morning with renewed determination. And patience is one of the strongest forms of discipline. It allows you to continue investing effort without demanding immediate rewards. A farmer does not plant seeds one day and expect a harvest the next. Every worthwhile achievement follows a process. Respect the process even when it feels slow. Lasting success is built through steady commitment rather than rushed results. And train yourself to notice progress that others overlook. Perhaps you are more disciplined than you were 6 months ago. Perhaps your mindset has become stronger. Perhaps you recover from disappointment more quickly. These improvements matter because they reveal the person you are becoming. Success is not measured only by external achievements. It is also measured by internal growth. And there will come a time when the sacrifices you are making today will become the very reason you experience opportunities tomorrow. The early mornings, the difficult decisions, the consistent effort, the moments when you chose purpose over pleasure, all of these become invisible investments that eventually produce visible rewards. Nothing done with discipline is ever wasted. And the strongest people understand that they cannot control every circumstance, but they can always control their response. You cannot always choose what happens around you, but you can choose your attitude, your effort, your integrity, and your determination. That choice remains yours regardless of the situation. When you master your response, you refuse to let circumstances control your future. And continue becoming the kind of person who does the right thing even when nobody is watching. Character built in private creates confidence in public. Discipline practiced in silence produces strength that cannot be shaken by temporary difficulties. Every private victory prepares you for public responsibility. And the life you dream about is not built through occasional moments of inspiration. It is built through daily choices made with intention, courage, patience, and unwavering focus. Every sunrise presents another opportunity to strengthen your habits. Every challenge offers another chance to develop resilience. Every decision becomes another step toward the person you are capable of becoming. Keep moving with quiet determination, protect your attention with unwavering discipline, and remind yourself each day that lasting transformation is never the result of one extraordinary moment, but of countless ordinary moments lived with extraordinary purpose, relentless consistency, and the courage to keep showing up no matter how difficult the journey becomes. The person you are becoming is shaped far more by what you repeatedly choose than by what you occasionally accomplish. One remarkable day cannot replace months of inconsistency, just as one difficult day cannot erase months of faithful effort. Your identity is formed through repetition. Every time you choose discipline over distraction, you strengthen the belief that you are someone who finishes what you begin. Every time you honor your commitments, even when no one is watching, you build a level of self-respect that no external praise can ever provide. And there will be moments when you feel invisible. You will work hard while others receive recognition. You will stay committed while others seem to succeed with less effort. In those moments, remember that your journey is not a competition for attention. It is a commitment to growth. Recognition may come later, or it may never come at all, but the character you develop during those unseen seasons will remain with you for the rest of your life. The greatest rewards are often internal long before they become external, and do not allow comfort to become your destination. Comfort has a way of convincing people that they have already done enough. It whispers that you deserve another day of waiting, another week of delaying, another month of settling for less than your potential. Growth speaks a different language. It reminds you that every new challenge expands your capacity. It tells you that the version of yourself you admire is waiting on the other side of consistent effort. And when your vision is clear, distractions become easier to recognize. Many things that once seemed important begin to lose their appeal because they no longer align with the future you are building. You begin asking yourself better questions. Instead of wondering what is easiest, you ask what is most valuable. Instead of asking what feels comfortable, you ask what brings lasting progress. These questions gradually transform your decisions, and your decisions transform your life. And never underestimate the influence of your daily attitude. Two people can face the same challenge while creating completely different outcomes. One focuses on obstacles, the other searches for opportunities. One complains about difficulty, the other accepts difficulty as part of growth. The circumstances may be identical, but their mindset determines their experience. Train your mind to look for possibilities instead of limitations. And every goal requires sacrifices that most people are unwilling to make. Success always asks for something in return. It asks for patience when you want quick results. It asks for discipline when you want comfort. It asks for courage when fear tells you to stop. These sacrifices are not punishments. They are investments. Every sacrifice made for the sake of a meaningful purpose increases the value of the achievement that follows. And do not become discouraged when your progress feels slower than expected. Lasting change rarely announces itself with dramatic moments. More often, it grows quietly beneath the surface. Day after day, your habits are reshaping your thinking. Your persistence is strengthening your confidence. Your consistency is preparing you for responsibilities that you cannot yet see. Trust the process even when the results have not yet become visible. And your focus becomes stronger each time you recover from distraction. No one maintains perfect concentration every moment of every day. The difference lies in how quickly you return to what matters. Do not waste energy criticizing yourself for losing focus. Simply notice it, redirect your attention, and continue. The ability to return is often more valuable than the ability to avoid every distraction and refuse to become a prisoner of your past mistakes. Many people carry yesterday's failures into today's opportunities. They allow old disappointments to convince them that future success is impossible. But every new day offers a fresh beginning. The lessons from your past should guide you, not imprison you. Learn from every mistake, but never allow it to define your identity. You are not limited by where you have been. You are strengthened by what you have learned. And one of the greatest forms of strength is emotional discipline. It is the ability to remain calm when circumstances become difficult. It is choosing thoughtful action instead of impulsive reaction. It is refusing to allow temporary frustration to destroy long-term progress. Emotional discipline keeps your vision clear even when challenges cloud the path ahead. And as your discipline grows, you will discover that motivation becomes less important. You no longer wait to feel inspired before taking action. Action becomes part of who you are. You work because your purpose matters. You continue because your commitments matter. You move forward because you understand that every day of faithful effort contributes to a future that cannot be built any other way. And take responsibility for your own growth. Waiting for someone else to rescue your dreams only delays your progress. Mentors can guide you, friends can encourage you, family can support you, but no one else can build your habits, make your decisions, or live your purpose. The responsibility belongs to you, and within that responsibility lies incredible freedom. The moment you accept ownership of your life, you gain the power to change it. And never stop learning. Every skill you develop increases your ability to serve, contribute, and succeed. Read books that challenge your thinking. Listen to ideas that expand your perspective. Learn from people whose lives demonstrate wisdom and integrity. A focused person understands that education does not end with school. Growth continues for as long as curiosity remains alive. And guard your thoughts with the same care that you guard your actions. Every action begins as a thought. If you repeatedly entertain doubt, fear, resentment, or hopelessness, those thoughts eventually influence your decisions. Replace destructive thinking with truth, gratitude, and determination. Speak to yourself with honesty, but also with encouragement. Your inner conversation becomes the foundation for your outer actions, and some opportunities will require patience before they require action. Knowing when to wait is just as important as knowing when to move. Patience is not passive, it is active preparation. While waiting, continue learning, continue improving, continue strengthening your character. Then, when the right opportunity arrives, you will be prepared to seize it with confidence. And remember that every successful person once stood at the beginning of a journey filled with uncertainty. They did not possess all the answers. They simply refused to let uncertainty become an excuse for inaction. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is choosing to move forward despite fear. Every meaningful achievement requires that kind of courage. And the quality of your life is deeply connected to the quality of your habits. Habits remove the need for constant decision making. They allow positive actions to become automatic. Build routines that support your goals instead of relying solely on willpower. Willpower may fluctuate from day to day, but well-established habits continue working even when motivation is low. And do not allow temporary success to make you careless. Every achievement should inspire greater humility rather than greater pride. Continue learning. Continue improving. Continue treating every new day as another opportunity to become wiser, stronger, and more disciplined. The moment you believe there is nothing left to learn is the moment growth begins to slow. And there will be seasons when life asks more of you than you feel prepared to give. During those times, remember how much you have already overcome. The challenges that once seemed impossible are now part of your story. The fears that once controlled you no longer have the same power. Every difficulty you conquered increased your capacity to face the next one. Let your past victories remind you that you are capable of far more than your doubts suggest. And live with intention instead of drifting through your days. Begin each morning with purpose and end each evening with reflection. Ask yourself whether your actions matched your values. Celebrate the progress you made, however small, and identify the areas where you can improve tomorrow. This daily rhythm of action and reflection creates steady, lasting growth, and protect your integrity in every situation. Success achieved without honesty eventually loses its value. Let your words match your actions. Let your promises be reliable. Let your character remain consistent, whether people are watching or not. Integrity gives your achievements a foundation that cannot easily be shaken. And as you continue choosing focus over distraction, discipline over comfort, and purpose over excuses, you will gradually become the kind of person who inspires others without even trying. Your consistency will speak louder than your words. Your actions will demonstrate what commitment looks like. Your quiet determination will encourage people who are searching for hope in their own lives. And keep reminding yourself that greatness is not reserved for a select few. It is available to those who are willing to embrace the daily process of becoming better. Every sunrise offers another opportunity to think more clearly, act more wisely, love more deeply, work more faithfully, and move one step closer to the life you were created to live. Every decision matters, every effort counts. Every disciplined moment adds another stone to the foundation of a future built with purpose, resilience, unwavering focus, and the determination to keep moving forward regardless of how long the journey may take or how many obstacles appear along the way.